welcome to Pouse around the house. Today we're looking at part 9 in my series of loft conversion videos. We'll be putting the ridge board into place, making a start on the rafters and making a start on the cheeks of the dormers.
Stare, shake down, checking for injuries. No need to panic, cause I'm almost there.
You can see here on our ridge board, is all we've done is sliced a bit out here, which is going to overlap the old ridge board so we can level the currently wonky roof out. And then just in there's a little 45-degree which is going to fit right up into the hip of that roof there, fit nicely. This bit sit on top of the existing ridge, and then hopefully we'll have a nice level ridge all the way out over the existing roof right the way through to the end of the dormer. So we'll get that up now.
Blacked out, looking for sympathy. You're always looking, but there's none in there. 4 shots and a head full of chemicals. I'm catching up on you, I'm catching up now. You mess with my head a bit. I'm coming to terms with hard for me. The sneaky's got the longest stare. 4 stars, but you be the death of me. I'm creeping up on you, I'm creeping up now. You're messing with violence. So here come the violins.
So just a quick update here. We've got a few of these rafters on now. We've got that ridge board central and in line with the other ridge board. And if you look down here, we've got Pouse. There's been putting some wedges in there, so everything's nice and solid. We've got this 2x4 secured to the rafter. We've got these bits stopping this going down. We've got verticals, horizontals. We've screwed this second wall plate down into the other wall plate to make sure that's secure. We got these joists sat on the inside wall plate, everything all secured together, plenty of screws and nails, so nothing's going anywhere. Same with these cheeks on the dormers, everything all screwed together, solid as a rock. See over there, all the way along.
Your face and the longest stare. Shake down, checking for injuries. No need to panic, cause I'm almost there.
See now is what we've done is put this horizontal section across there, which is actually part of the structure, so we could remove that temporary one. So that's gone. So is that upright you would have seen earlier holding the ridge. So now we're putting these verticals down below this horizontal just to brace this bottom one up with this one here. They're all 2x4. You can see we've doubled up the rafters on the very end just to give it some more strength there. Screwed all those together. We're working our way along, but we're into the old diagonal hip structure there, so we've got to do some strange cuts on the end, and obviously because it's an old piece of wood, is what you'll find is it's not exactly straight, it's been slightly warped. So although there are calculations on new roofs you can do to work this thing out, we've really just got to sort of trial and error, take a bit off, cut it at a rough angle and see if we can get it in. All these rafters are at 400 centres. We're just going to work our way back up now, fitting these down into these diagonals, and hopefully by the end of today we'll get that back and we'll have some sort of structure to get this tarpaulin back over in case it rains.
And a head full of chemicals. creeping up on you, I'm creeping up now. You're messing with.
So as we saw earlier, we've got in all this timber work right across the front here. Alright, then if we look up here, we've got our rafters in, ridge board, which we levelled out this morning with a string line, and we've put a double rafter down the front there. We've obviously got to extend this out with a bit of a ladder, which will have our soffits and fascia on it, but we'll see that in another video. So we've got these rafters going along there. Now, as what I was talking about was these here. When you hit this diagonal board there, we've got these tricky cuts at the bottom. Now, there are calculations and measurements you can do on a new hip roof, but this timber's not perfect, it's twisted. It's all over the place really, so we've just been trial and error. We've been getting one cut right at the bottom there on each rafter, and then trimming down the angle off there until we get it right and fit it into place. You probably saw earlier in the video that we've been using a spirit level across the top, just to make sure that the top of the rafters all line up and nice and flush with each other. Like I say, it's just a long job that really, a bit fiddly, takes time, get it right. And then we're going to do the same on this side. We've done these ones above me here, but we've just got to put these timbers up into this diagonal here. We'll do that tomorrow. If you look at the top there, you'll notice, and I mentioned this morning, that this ridge board is actually higher than the ridge of the existing roof by there. Now, as what we've done is the old roof had a ridge that was higher up by the chimney, and it sloped down this way. So what we've decided to do is build all this up at the same height as the ridge board over on the chimney. And then we're going to have to probably screw some battens down into some of the existing rafters on the other bit of the roof, and then we'll probably pack a few of the battens underneath. Again, it'll be trial and error, but we'll sort something out so that we're effectively raising this end of the roof a little bit, and then it should run nicely flush back into next door as a semi-detached property, and that way we'll have a really nice straight ridge line from the outside. We'll get the maximum headroom on the inside. The one thing it will do is mean that on this side where I'm stood now, the ceiling inside will be ever so slightly higher than the ceiling on this side. But it's not a problem because we've got these large timbers here and here, these diagonals, which will stick down, so they'll actually separate and divide the difference in height, and it won't be that much, but at least it means that the one ceiling will butt up to this, and then on the other side, you come around here and you'll find it might be a little bit lower by there. But you sort of won't see both to the eye at the same point. It's a nice breaking point, this timber, and I'll probably leave this exposed if I can tidy it up, smooth it down and plane it maybe. If not, I might have to plasterboard over it, but I'm not really too bothered about that. It's one of those things. It's an old house, and they're just the kind of things you've got to do to make it look right and maximise your headroom. That took a lot longer than expected. I just wanted to make sure I had a few battens there to secure the tarpaulin down, because the wind's picked up tonight. There's no rain forecast, but I don't want that tarpaulin lifting up. When the wind gets under it, it's a bit like a sail, so better be safe than sorry. So it's next morning, we've got to uncover this again and crack on with finishing those rafters.
You're messing with violence. So here come the violence.
Right, so a quick update before we carry on removing some more slates. All the rafters are in, like we saw yesterday. We've got these verticals down there on the cheeks of the dormer. We've got these verticals across there with a horizontal, bracing all this up nicely. Now we've left this gap open in the middle because I'm not quite sure what size I want the windows yet. I'm going to put 2 windows either side of this ridge. I think I'm going to put them off centre because there's a wall that's got to go off centre inside. So we'll sort that out later on. We've got the ridge border. The ridge board is more or less straight. There was a slight bow in it, but it's nothing too bad. There we go. But we managed to pull that out, as Big Pouse just said. Next thing is to get some slates off over there. We'll probably have to put some framing in for the Velux windows. Then we've got to put some insulation in where we put the plywood behind those cupboards before. We'll do the insulation between the rafters. And then we'll be doing the dormer on the back of the house sometime soon. And then we've got some OSB borders turning up today, and hopefully Papa Pouse is going to turn up. And what we're going to do is put the OSB on the cheeks of the dormer. We'll put it across this section along the front, and obviously that cheek over there. So by the end of the day, if we put a tarpaulin over the roof, we've got these cheeks covered with timber anyway. So starting to seal it back up nicely, and it's starting to show some shape now. And here's what it's like if you actually get some rain occasionally. We've just had a downpour, we've had to put the tarpaulin over, and here we all are waiting for the rain to stop so we can get on with some work on the outside. So there we go, the rain just stopped again. It's a bit showery today. It's really nice and sunny, very warm, and then we're having a massive downpour. So just as well we've got the ridge of that roof across. It's making the tarpaulin a lot easier to pull. But as you can see there with the wind, it's like a sail. So you've got to be careful because it's just lifting it up and the rain's getting underneath. But we've got to get on with it. You can see now how that ridge is going to look, where we raised it up to make it all level. By the time that gets back into that chimney, that there is bang on. Lovely. See there on this side of the tarpaulin, it's all we've been doing is using the old rafters, putting them across and screwing them down into the new rafters just to hold that tarpaulin down. Yes, it puts a hole through the tarpaulin with a screw, but at the end of the day it's a consumable on this project. I bought them to cover the roof, and they'll probably have to go out, or I can use them to cover timber and sand and that in the garden later. That's it for today's video. If you want to watch more loft conversion videos, please click on the links in the description section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell symbol if you want regular notifications. So for more DIY, how-to, household tips and product review, please watch my other videos and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Pouse Around the House. Ta-ta, farewell.